Ladies and dudes, I got some bad news to tell you. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be a pretty sight at all. I got a couple of movie characters here and there who did not steal the show for me. These characters are very downhill. Big time. You're not going to believe who I picked for my latest top 5 list that nobody has never done before. That's for sure. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BoobUp197. This is my review for a day. And today, I have a top 5 list to do, ladies and dudes. And I thought about it for a couple of days or so. What will be my next top 5 list I really want to do for today? And I will say it's kind of easy, but yet kind of hard. But from down, there's going to be a couple of movie characters here and there that did not steal the show for me. Not even one bit. So yeah, for my latest top 5 list of the day is the top 5 of which movie characters who did not steal the show for me. And like I say, they are the main downhill points of the movie. Some characters who did not wow me, some people who did not thrill me, or the ones who did not blow me away the most. Well, it's not the actors or the actresses' fault. Maybe it's the directors, the producers, the screenwriters, whoever these people are. It's their fault for picking the wrong people at the wrong time, or just some people who did not give us a good character with a great storyline, or something even worse. Hard for me to say about these downhill characters that did not steal the show for me. Yeah, something that did not thrill me the most. So I guess are you ready for this biggest nightmare top 5 list that nobody has never done before? Something that will embarrass you for the rest of your life? If you dare! Or if you can handle it. So here we go, ladies and dudes. Here are my top 5 of which movie characters who did not steal the show for me. If you can handle it very, very seriously. If you know what I mean. So let's get this whole thing started, shall we? Coming at number 5 goes to Michael and Anna from Third Person. One of the worst love couple of all time in movie history. One is an old dude and the other is a young lady. And they don't match up together. And there was one YouTuber I know who thinks that Liam Neeson and Olivia Wilde had stolen the show for this film. But I'm afraid my YouTuber, a very good friend of mine, I think he's very darn wrong. They did not steal the show. They ruined the show. They ruined the whole entire movie for me. And you know why they ruined the show for me? For this whole entire movie? Because of so much, strike that, reverse it! So many, oh heck no moments that happen in this movie! Something that'll make me sick and throw up! I just hate these characters to death. They really did ruin the movie for me. with their oh heck no moments and their unlikely love couple thing. And who doesn't remember that stupid nudity scene what Olivia Wilde did? That is very, very sick. And disgusting. Yeah, these characters really did ruin third person. And that's why third person deserves to be one of the worst Liam Neeson films of all time. Please don't watch that movie at all. It'll give you nightmares for the rest of your life. And that's why they have to fit in number 5. Coming at number 4 has to go to the Skeksis from The Dark Crystal. I know everybody thinks that these guys had stolen the show, the whole entire movie. But for me, they did not. I think the true thing that this movie had stolen the show for me was definitely the breathtaking cinematography and the pure magic of the movie. That's for sure. I think my biggest problem with these Skeksis is they did absolutely nothing. They did nothing for this movie. Not one single good moment of this movie. Well, I'll have to give Chamberlain credit, the Skeksy who's the tortured one. At least that Skeksy did something here and there in this movie that I can praise. Since that's the only one who did do something. Oh yeah, as for those Skeksis, what they did in the film. There was the part where they see their emperor dying and the trial by stole thing. There's one oh heck no moment that they did to Chamberlain and they just sat down their butts and do nothing. They didn't thrill me one bit in this movie. Sorry. So sadly these guys did not steal the show for me and that's why they have to fit at the number 4 spot. Coming at number 3 has to go to Muska from Castle in the Sky. Another villain who did absolutely nothing in this film. Not one single bit, maybe just a part at the near end of the film. But in the beginning and the middle, he did absolutely nothing, so he let the soldiers do all the dirty work and all that stuff. And the biggest problem I have with this character, he's too much of a child molester. I think he child molested poor Sheeta for a very, very bad reason. I think he really, really wants her to be a little queen or something like that. I think that was so perverted. Ugh. I will appreciate Mark Hamill's performance as a character, but the saddest part is this guy did not steal the show for me. So overall, in Castle in the Sky, they got the wrong show stealer at the wrong time. I do have a show stealer for this movie. I will do my top 6 best movie characters who did steal this show. I will do that coming really soon whenever I can get there in that list. But yeah, overall, Muska, he did absolutely nothing for me, and he's just my downhill villain. What else I could say for the number 3 spot? Coming at number 2 has to go to Jackie from the 1978 version of Death on the Nile. Here's a character who did not completely steal the show for me. No, there was a couple of YouTubers I did watch here and there. There's some people who say that this lady who played Jackie who did steal the whole entire movie. But sadly, they got the wrong show stealer at the wrong time. So, yeah, my biggest problem I have with that Jackie in that version, she's way too childish, she's way too immature, she's not much of a threat to the story, and she's just being a brat. That's for sure. Doing child's play things. I feel bad for the actress who played her. I wish they should have picked somebody else. They should have pick an actress who does have red hair, who's frightening and terrifying and completely dangerous. Maybe those people should have studied their homework very carefully and tried to change the storyline just a little bit. I'm happy in the 2022 version they really did fix that major problem, and they find the rightful actress who did play Jackie in the rightful time, you know, being what type of character I really want to see for a performance with another actress, I guess. Hard for me to say, but oh yeah, one thing I hate about Jackie is she did kill the real show stealer of the movie. That's for sure. I will tell you that soon in my top 6 list, whenever I can get there. So yeah, Jackie from Death on the Nile, the 1978 version, she deserves to be at number 2. And here we go, ladies and dudes. My number 1 a witch movie character who did not steal the show for me. And feel free to boo at me if you wish. I know people will kill me for it, but I will say for Spider-Man No Way Home, they picked the wrong show stealer at the wrong time. But there's only one thing missing about this character I really am upset about. This guy doesn't have much of a storyline at all. There's no storyline with this character. And that's what ticks me off for. So for number 1 goes to the Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home. I will appreciate Will Dafoe's role in the performance of the character, his own stunt work, his dialogues, and his creepy face, since they're all there in the film. But the problem is, no storyline to be found. I can't find one single trace of this character with a storyline. He is the main downhill point of this movie. Sorry to say. I am sorry, ladies and dudes. But I wish people need to understand that this character doesn't have a storyline to follow. It's just weak and disappointing, and his storyline is completely lost. I just don't think he steals the whole entire movie for me. How the heck are you going to make a main villain for a film if you don't give him a storyline to follow? It's just very, very lost. I think I like him better as the Hunter, and since the Hunter, at least somebody gave Will Dafoe a really good character who gave him a very good storyline, and his storyline was very easy and simple to follow. I think I'd rather go back and rewatch that movie and not the part where he played the Green Goblin for No Way Home. But yeah, like I said, these people had chosen the wrong show stealer at the wrong time. That's for sure. That's why the Green Goblin deserves to be the number 1 a witch movie character who did not steal the show for me. I hope everybody won't get too upset about it. So this is my choice and nobody else's. So anyway, that is my top 5 of which movie characters who did not steal the show for me. I hope you enjoyed this list. If you guys did handle it very well, or you decided to watch somebody else's video without getting to know what my choices are. And join me next time. I will do my top 6 best movie characters who did steal the show for me. And trust me, these characters are the all-time best. That's for sure. So be prepared for my next top whatever list to come. And I'll see you all later, and sayonara.